back to Breaking the Silence HD Unfiltered. We're your hosts, Ellen.
And Amanda. This is a podcast dedicated to raising awareness, sharing real stories, and just putting the word out there about Huntington's disease and some of the struggles that come with that. It's mostly about like personal stories, but we also share some latest research updates and yeah, just a must listen for anyone impacted by Huntington's disease.
So last week we talked about our 50-50 chance and finding that out and that our mom was sick and all the struggles that came along with that. We hope you had a chance to watch. But this week we are going to be talking about our mom's struggles, what that looked like, deciding to sell our childhood home, and a little deeper into what went into deciding to put our mom into a nursing home.
Yeah, so up until we decided to sell our childhood home, our mom was just becoming like more and more really unable to be by herself at that point, just because she was falling a lot, choking obviously. It had gotten to a point where our mom wouldn't eat or drink unless like somebody was there. So like the whole time Evan and Ellen would be at school, our mom would not eat or drink because she was too scared of something happening when nobody was there. But also like obviously it was hard for her to like climb stairs and stuff, and so in our house where we were living at the time, you had to go up like 2 flights of stairs to all the rooms. Also, that was where like the bathroom was for any showering or anything like that. So it was just becoming a little too much for her to handle. And it was just a big house also for only the three of them that would have been still living there at the time. So Evan and Ellen would have still been living there with her still at that point.
Yeah, and I remember because of the stair situation, she was pretty much sleeping in the living room because getting up the stairs to her bedroom was a bit of a struggle sometimes. So,
yeah, so we ultimately decided that it was in everybody's best interest, even Evan and Ellen's, because at that point it was a lot on them, that we would put our childhood home up for sale. And then look for further into kind of where they were going to go and who they were going to live with after the house sold. So after the house sold, our mom and Ellen went to live with my twin sister Amy, and our younger brother came to stay with me.
Yeah, and at that point, we had put mom on waiting lists for nursing homes, and they said that was going to be
like 6 to 8 months wait.
Yeah. So, yeah, mom and I moved in with our sister Amy, and it was only a 2-bedroom apartment. So I remember having to share a room with my mom temporarily. We put a shower curtain up in the middle though, so that we had a little bit of privacy, because it was only going to be temporary. We knew she was going into a nursing home, and we just had to make work with what we had.
Mm-hmm. So deciding to put mom into a nursing home came with lots of challenges because like not everybody was on board at first. It took a while for some of our siblings to come around to the idea of mom going into a nursing home. So it was definitely a struggle, a battle for sure. And yeah, like Ellen said, they told us it was going to be like 6 months before our mom would even get into a nursing home. And it only ended up being like a few weeks.
Yeah.
So we were thinking that our mom would go into a nursing home like after Christmas, because at this point it was like October when we sold our house. So we were thinking, yeah, we'll have Christmas, then in the new year we'll get more kind of into this nursing home idea.
Yeah.
But like the week before Christmas, we got a call saying that there was a spot for mom at one of the nursing homes here in town. Um, and yeah, that was definitely a curveball that we weren't expecting to happen so quickly. Mom was kind of on board with it when we originally like signed her up to go into the nursing home, but obviously as it becomes more and more real, it's she became more and more not wanting to go.
Yes.
And so Ellen, do you have anything to say at this point?
Um, yeah, just in the time where we were waiting for the nursing home, we did have like care come in and help her with bathing and whatnot. Like she was still pretty independent, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
but there was things that she struggled with. And yeah, I think she knew that she needed more care, and that's why the idea of the nursing home was okay for
Mm-hmm.
her. But like Amanda said, the more real it got, the less she was not on board.
Yeah. And like being my mom's POA, like obviously it was ultimately mine and my one aunt's decision because we share POA. Um, so before we made any decisions, we always sat down like with all the siblings and kind of decided what we thought was best for mom. But ultimately, like obviously, I had the deciding factor, I guess.
Yeah.
But so yes, her mom went into the nursing home the week before Christmas. It was extremely devastating. Um, like I remember leading up to the day, like mom was pretty good. Like we just kept saying, "Remember, mom, like you're going into the nursing home," just so that it wasn't like detrimental, I guess, the
Yeah.
day that she went. So, like the day that she ended up going into the nursing home, myself and my sister Amy were the two that brought our mom and all her belongings to the nursing home. Um, I would say that was like probably one of the hardest days ever because like our mom fought us and she cried and cried and cried the whole time we were there. Um, I remember like we ultimately like kind of gave in to her because like we had just had enough and like she had made us feel like really bad, so we literally like packed up and left and took our mom with us to my house. And so then we're at my house and we're trying to talk our mom into going back to the nursing home because ultimately that's where she's going to have to go. um so we called in some reinforcements to kind of talk our mom into going back to the nursing home. Um, our mom's brother came in and he was a big help with getting our mom back in at the nursing home, and it seemed like him being there was like she was okay with it, with him being there. So like I guess maybe she was just not going to fight him like she was fighting us. And like walking out of the nursing home that day, it just felt so awful. Like, you can't believe you just did that to your mom.
Yeah.
But, like, it took her a while to adjust.
It did.
Like, I would say a few weeks of
Yeah.
adjusting. Like, we'd go to visit her and she'd be like, I want to go home.
Hmm.
I want to go home. And, like, that doesn't make your visit very nice, but like you still have to go see your mom, even if she's saying, "I want to go home. I want to go home."
Yeah.
Like once she gave it a chance, she really did like them, and she really did just like the company.
She made lots of friends. She really did.
Yeah, because like our mom didn't like being at home by herself. Like if Evan and Ellen were gone to school or gone to their dad's house for the weekend or something, like our mom didn't want to be home by herself.
Hmm.
So like just having those people around really like brought up her spirits, I guess. Because like yeah, there was always somebody around, whether that was other residents or like other nurses and staff. They were all really good with our mom. Like my wife used to work at the nursing home where we put our mom, so she knew a lot of the staff there as well as some of the residents. So like they were really good to us and our family.
Yeah.
Anything you want to share, Ellen?
No, I think you covered everything. Because, like, I wasn't there for the initial take mom. I was in high school, so I was in school during that time.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember going to see her after school. And yeah, I remember it being very hard and her just like crying and begging to come home. And like, even if I had the choice, like, there was nothing that I could do. Like, so that was really hard for sure.
Hmm. Yeah, I think it was hard for all of us kids because like that's not any somewhere you really want to put your mom. And like our mom was very young when she went into the nursing home.
Yes.
Like she would have only been 49. Yeah, because she had her 50th birthday first year she was there. Yeah. So she
Mm-hmm.
would have been 49 when she went into the nursing home. So she was like almost one of the youngest people there. Like there were a few other people there that were young, but for the most part it was kind of like she doesn't really belong, but like she does
Yeah.
for her safety and
Yeah.
that kind
And
of thing.
none of us were in a position to be able to give her the proper care that she needed. Like, there was no way she deserved to have somebody there the whole time. Like, we just couldn't provide that for her. So that was the best option. And I think she knew that. Like, she didn't want to have to put her children in a position to feel that way. But again, like, the disease takes over and it's tough. But I think when you said that our uncle was there, I think that that could have been a factor too, because he might have brought some reality to the situation. Like, this is what has to happen. Like, like, I don't know how to explain it, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Let me look at my notes here for a second. Yeah, so like our mom was in the nursing home for like 2000, like 5 years, 5-ish years. So
Yeah.
like she spent a lot of time there. So yeah,
Yeah, I think like she enjoyed it after a while. Like, once it wasn't the
she
new
loved
thing
every
anymore.
activity that was going on. Like she participated in every
Yes.
single activity, and like it even got to a point where like I would call the nursing home and be like, "Hey, this is Amanda. Can I talk to my mom?" And they'd be like, "Oh, she's busy playing bingo. She'll call you back."
And then you'd
Like,
never get a call back.
okay, mom, whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think she actually enjoyed it after.
Mhm.
Like, it got to a point that she actually enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Even though, like, she'd still fight us sometimes to when, like, if we brought her out of the nursing home and it was time to go back, she'd still fight us, but she liked it there, I think.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, we just want to remind you that we're here for you no matter what's going on in your life. If you're going through anything like deciding to put your mom in a nursing home or a family member in a nursing home, and you're struggling with any of that, you can reach out to us. Or if there's something else going on and you just want to chat, you can contact us at any point, and we will just listen or connect you with somebody that can give you the information and support that you're looking for.
Yeah. So next week we're going to be talking about when we eventually did take our mom out of the nursing home, brought her home towards the end, and putting her in hospice, which was difficult. And I know that Amanda has some feelings that she would like to touch on with that. So,
yeah. So we just want to thank you guys again for continuing to watch our podcast every week and for continuing to share our podcast on Facebook. And it just seems like every day we get a few more followers, so that is awesome. And our page just continues to grow, so that's what this is kind of all about. So
yeah.
growing our audience and growing the people that we ultimately reach by doing this.
Yeah, we've had a few people message us and reach out, and I think that's really amazing. So
yeah, some people that like we've never met, and they're like, hey, we just wanted to say like we're affected by Huntington's in this way, and we're thankful that we found your podcast. So we're definitely
reaching
the people we want to reach, I think. And that's a good thing.
Yeah, so if you want to just message us, you can. You don't even have to have a problem. You can just say, hey, I'm so and so. This is what's going on with me, and that's that.
Yeah. Well, that's it for today. Bye.